Well, that's pretty impressive, very bright. I'm almost blind right now, by the way. I can't see a thing, but I think you're still there. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Primotimes. It's a beautiful day here, and I got a few things done this week. There's a few more things I need to do, but I want you to take a look. As you can see, all of the color vinyl is now removed from the side. I only have the yellow at the bottom, the top, and then this huge horizontal banner of reflective silver, and then this wing at the back with the reflective silver. I personally think this wing piece is going to be coming off. I do want your help in the comments. Please let me know what you think I should do with this reflective silver. Should it come off? Should I keep it? I just think it's a bit distracting to the overall look. I remember Ambo 1 when it was pure white, and it was beautiful when it was cleaned up. Looked amazing. But I do like this horizontal silver. That will be staying for quite a while. I just need to get used to more. And very soon I need to get the labeling back on for my YouTube channel, Primotimes. That will be going on the sides, both sides, and over here. Nice spot for it, right in the middle. I think that'll look pretty good. And the place that I go to, they do amazing work, and they're able to come up with the proper sizing and the whole bit. It looks really good. So I got a little bit busy this week. I was able to finish off clearing the Whelen M9s. These are red LEDs on the inside with a clear dome. I think they look really sharp, and they match with the taillight structure being clear. And both sides are done. As well, the white spray paint, which had been put all around the outside when they covered these with white, that's all been cleaned up. I used that compound polishing finish to do those. So we need to get ready and remove these Whelen M9s, both of them, from the ambulance, take them inside, and then we're going to reprogram them to become brake lights. And I'll explain and show that to you as we go. So first, let's bring these down off of the ambulance. You know, these Whelen M9s, these are amazing warning lights, and they are very, very expensive. These things are around $300, a little bit more in Canadian dollars, but they're amazing lights. Whelen is probably one of the premier or #1 warning lights and emergency lighting and siren equipment manufacturers in the world. Now, there's tons of wires on the back. So what do these wires do? Well, first of all, there's 2 power wires, positive and negative, of course. Then you have synchronization wire, which means you can wire these into a loop around your entire set of LEDs on the ambulance or police car, fire truck, whatever it be, snowplow. And the lights will all synchronize, either flashing on together or off together. And you can have 2 variants of that. So for example, if you have a flash pattern that you like, and that's the other thing, these things have hundreds of different flash patterns because this lamp is divided into 4 quadrants. Okay, so you have top left, top right, bottom left, bottom right. Or you have top row, bottom row, or you have left side, right side. So you can make these things do whatever you want. Now, on an ambulance build and many fire trucks, what they will do with these lights is program them being steady on, which means when they get power, they're just on. They don't flash. They don't do anything. So That's what happens with an ambulance build like Ambulance 1 and also this ambulance. These are all programmed just as steady on. They don't flash, they don't flicker, they don't blink, they don't bounce, nothing. All the flashing is done with the Ace-Tech control systems, which are in the control cabinet on the side. So each lamp has a wire that runs back to that control computer, and that is what controls all the different flashing modes on the ambulance. So that's something interesting to know. What we need to do is get into the flash patterns and change this to a brake mode. So Whelen came out with a flash pattern, a flash thing just for brake lights. And you've probably seen this on some large fire trucks. When they hit the brakes, the lights do a very, very quick sort of comet or flash pattern. It's just a half second long with about 4 to 6 bursts. And then the brake lights go solid. Very, very eye-catching, and that's why they designed it, to catch the eyes of people driving behind coming up to a stopped ambulance or fire truck. So, for your convenience and my frustration, I have programmed into this camera to be 60 Hertz at 4K. So my camera right now is, yeah, it's really getting warm. It's trying to do its best. And the reason I did that is because I really want you to try and see what we're doing with the flash patterns on these lights. And by the way, Whelen puts a warning on the packaging and on the programming materials for these lights and most of their 3 and 5 watt LED lamps. And that is to do not stare directly into the light source, because these are so bright they can harm your vision, damage your retina. So we're not going to stare at these. We're just going to get the flash pattern we want. So here's my power supply. I have an EcoFlow power bank, and I have a wire connector on the side, which means we can jack right into the 12 volt output and get a positive and negative, so we can get these things programmed. And something else, I'll need my Wago connectors. And look at these 2 Wago boxes. They're literally black. These were in the Ambil 1 when she had the fire. Yeah. So I just need to wipe those down quickly, and then we're good to start going. So let's wipe those down. Now, I also don't know how this 4K 60 frames a second is going to look on the camera. It might do some vibrating and spinning, but I made sure all the lights on the inside, the white lights, are turned off. Okay. Yeah, so just steady red, and it's looking okay on camera. But man, oh man, these things are so bright. It is unbelievable how bright these are. There's even some heat coming off of them. And for LEDs, that's quite something. Okay, perfect. Now, so I forget which wire. There's 3 other wires to choose from. I have a purple, a gray, and a white with purple marks. So let me get the instructions out for Whelen, and we'll see which one changes the pattern. And that's the only one we need for now, just to find the brake pattern. Okay, it's the white and violet wire that we are going to be working with. Turn the chair a bit more. There we go. So the white and violet wire, I'll take off the heat shrink protective cap that they have on. There we go. I'll need to strip some of the end. Get the wire exposed. Now, I'm hoping that you'll be able to see some of these flash patterns, because there's going to be a lot of them. Let's power it up. Remember, it's just steady right now. There we go. Woo. All right. There's my, oh, geez. There's my white violet. Okay, I'm going to put it somewhere where you can see it, but I don't want it to blind the camera. There we go. All right. Let's go. Here we go. So there's a very common flash pattern. It flicks and comes on. All right, that's nice, but that's not what we want. There we go. There's part of your split. All right, nice again, but I don't need that. And there's the other split. There's up and down split. And again, you can order these with blue on the bottom, red on the top, or amber on the left, and white on the right, and whatever you want. These come in many, many, many dozens of configurations. And there's outside and in. I didn't know it had that one. That's pretty cool, but don't need that either. And that's another pattern, sort of cute but useless. But I've seen that on some American ambulances. I don't know why they would use that. Oh, that's pretty impressive, very bright. I'm almost blind right now, by the way, because I'm trying to look at the wires. Oy. Okay, so if I press and hold this, as I understand, there, it should back up, off. There we go. That's the brake pattern. So you see what it does? When you turn it on, it just gives a couple of very, very rapid flicker blasts, and then it goes solid. There we go. That's the brake pattern. So this one is programmed. Oh my gosh, I can barely see. So I'm glad it's done. Holy cow, flash. Oh, and by the way, this programming feature of Whelen's is called Scan Lock. So what happens is once I've found the pattern that I want, you just leave the pattern on for 5 seconds and then it's programmed. This will never change pattern now. Every time we apply the red and black wire with power, the brake lights, it'll do that flicker and then on. So these are done. That's pretty cool. And yes, that's the brake pattern. Done. So now these are both programmed. I'm going to tidy up this wire again, and then we'll shoot to the back of the ambulance and I'll show you how we're going to quickly wire these in. Doing good. I can't see a thing, but I think you're still there. Oh my Lord. So here at the back, if you look inside, you can see the flexible conduit with all the wires coming down for the tail lights and for the backup lights. So it's really easy. They're labeled, brake, and then I need one of the black wires for the ground. So what we're going to do is simply sever these, strip both ends. Then I'll use a 5-position Wago, and we'll put the top feed wire in one end and the bottom feed in the other, and then my light here, the Whelen, will go in the middle. Clip those and that'll hold it. Not a problem. Okay, that should be it. They are now both in, wired up, and we programmed them. So I'll hop in, start it. I'm going to put you over here, and you tell me if they work. Well, I hope those worked. Okay, that's done. Now I have super lights for my brake lights. Perfect. The next little thing that we've got to do is to to get these lights ready to mount on the front fenders, the front grille, and the side rear near the rear tires. So these are cheap Amazon LEDs from China. The reason I like them, first reason is they only have 2 mounting holes, and that's what I have on the ambulance. So moving them into the same position will be quite easy. The other thing I liked was the clear lens and their amber LEDs, but the clear lens, it'll just fit with all of the other LED lighting that I have on the vehicle with the clear front. Now, the only issue that really came about on a lot of the reviews was that these lights are not very well sealed. If we look at the back, we can see that there is enough silicone around the wires that go into the back chassis. But the problem, I think, is the lens and the chrome piece. They are 2 different pieces. So what I've come up with is to take some liquid, clear, crazy glue, and we're going to put a bead around all 6 of the LED lights, just around this edge between the lens and the chrome piece. And I think that might make a difference. I hope I have enough battery. Well, that's it for those. They're all sealed in with the Gorilla Glue, and they're going to cure. That's it for this week, folks. I do appreciate you coming along once again. The channel is a little bit growing, and I'm happy with that. Please tap the like below, say hello in the comments, and let me know what I should do with the vinyl wing, that silver piece on the back of the ambulance. Let me know if I should keep that for a bit longer or let it go. So next time what we're going to do is get these lamps mounted on the outside of the ambulance. Join me then and we'll do it all again. Thanks folks. I love you very much. Bye bye.